won't learn! You won't learn!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Russ, the Tar Heel, and welcome to the men's department of Carolina Athletics, where nobody cares about your stinking feelings, and everybody's opinion is welcome, no matter how preposterous it is, including my own, man. And in this huddle, we're going to talk about Carolina's matchup with the 2-2 Navy Midshipmen, man. Another opportunity for Carolina to grow as a team, come together as a team. Another opportunity for Luka to get some burn and familiarize himself with the American style of basketball. Another opportunity to see Caleb Wilson be a menace around the rim, you know, against what we would think is an inferior opponent. Now, before we get into the weeds of this one, man, I guess this would be as good as time as any to say like, share, and subscribe to the daggum channel. I appreciate the love and support, and we'll get right into it, baby. Carolina's coming off of a convincing 97-53 win over North Carolina Central, where Carolina was just too big and athletic at the end of the day, especially down low for the Eagles, man. Caleb finished with 21. Henry Vasar had a double-double himself, man. Good game from the bigs, and they might have an opportunity to do something very similar to that in this one. The Navy Midshipmen are coming off of a 97-64 win over the Washington College of Maryland, where center Aiden Kehoe had a career high himself with 20 points against a much smaller Shoreman squad. Now, quick all-time head-to-head, surprisingly, between Carolina and Navy. What I could find from Wikipedia, 14-6 record against North Carolina, with Navy leading all time, dude, mostly during the World War II days, which is obviously when a lot of the kids were shipped off the war. They played at Army, Navy, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Now, the last time these two teams played, however, was the 97-98 season, where Carolina beat the Midshipmen in the NCAA tournament first round 88-52. Antoine Jamison led all scorers with 17. Shammond Williams dropped 15. BC had 14. Njai had 13. And Ed Cota had 12 points and 7 assists, man. So that was a good win, man. First round defeat of the Midshipmen back in the 97-98 season. So here's your tell of the tape really quick for this year's matchup. And we can see that Navy averages 78 points a game to Carolina's 91.8. Navy's giving up 74 points a game compared to Carolina's 63.8. Field goal percentages are about the same. Carolina is actually plus 14 average rebounds per game. They're plus 2 average assists. They're plus 4 on average blocks a game. And interestingly enough, Navy is averaging 1 more steal than Carolina. Now, Navy's leading scorer right now is a 6'3", 195-pound junior guard, Jinwoo Kim, who's averaging 15.5 points per game, 4 boards, and 2 assists, while shooting a very impressive 48.8% from the field and 39.1% from 3. It's pretty good, man. He's 100% a guy that Carolina needs to account for in this one. But my matchup to watch in this game is going to be Navy's Aiden Kehoe at 6'11", 246 pounds, banging against 7', 225-pound Henry Vasar down low. Kehoe's averaging 12.3 points per game. Vasar is averaging 16. Kehoe's averaging 6.5 rebounds per game. Vasar is averaging 8. You see the assist totals right there. Both are shooting at a very high percentage from the field. Kehoe is not a three-point threat at all, so it's going to be interesting to see if Vasar can take advantage of maybe his athleticism out there, because he's shooting 43% for the year from beyond the arc. And then you can see that Kehoe is not a guy that's going to be very successful at the free throw line. No, that is not a mistake. He's shooting 12.5% from the charity stripe. So might want to get him there as often as possible. Vasar is averaging 71.4, and he's averaging about 2 more blocks per game as well. So, like I said, Kehoe once again is coming off a career high output scoring. And he's the one guy on Navy that has the size to really bang down low with Vasar. And it's going to be very interesting to see those two go back and forth throughout the course of the game, man. I also think it'll be good for Henry just to go against someone with a similar height, but also who's a little more stout than he is. Vesar is much more athletic than Kehoe, but it's one that I'm very interested in watching because I just want to see how he matches up against a much bigger guy, if you will, even though Kehoe's not nearly the athlete that Vesar is, man. So he's going to be very serviceable down low, Kehoe that is, for Navy, and he's going to be very integral if Navy is going to remain competitive in this basketball game. Now, the ESPN matchup indicator gives the Heels a 95.8% chance at beating the Midshipmen, and the Tar Heel Huddle fan poll is right there in the same ballpark. You always have the daggum haters. It's interesting because the question is actually who wins, not who do you win. And I don't think there's any way you can convince me that almost 20 people picked the Navy Midshipmen to come down to the Dean Dome and upset the Heels. Highly unlikely, man. They did the same thing against North Carolina Central. The poll was the same way against Radford. And this is why polls are unreliable at the end of the day. But, you know, you're always going to have participants with low IQ or they just lack integrity. But you know what? They're fun anyway. And we still are way on the up and up as far as individuals who believe that Carolina's going to win this game. So I think that this is going to be one of those things where Carolina's the more athletic team, they're the bigger team, they're the more talented team, and although we're missing a guy like Seth Trimble, Navy is not going to be able to play with us for 2 complete has. Big win for the Heels, and anything less than that would be cause for concern, if you will. Before we get out of here, man, shout out to the Huddle Hooligans for all the love and support, helping me keep these daggum lights on, baby. Like, share, and subscribe to the daggum channel. We got a watch party tomorrow for the Carolina Navy game. Make sure you hang out with your favorite North Carolinian, and we'll see if Carolina can get the 5-0, which they should. And we'll catch you on the next one, baby. Go Heels.